speaking of stupid, I feel like I'm going to go long a little bit with you tonight. I don't know how much of this we'll do or how even long it is. But man, oh Shevitz, I'm going to go. Why can't I go to the Mabee Center, the Mabee Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma on April 21st? That's a Tuesday night? No. Something like that. I feel like, is there a cat at my door? Somebody here? I need to order some food for my girl because it's going to be late. Let's see if, because since I'm going to go late, I might as well check in, make sure dinner plans are okay. Let's see. What food would you like, my darling? Pardon me while I do this. I'm multitasking. Do you think she wants tacos? Yesterday was National Burrito Day. Ocean City. Okay, just got a message from a promoter in Ocean City, Maryland. Where your Jersey location put together streams. Let's see. Have to talk to Psycho Steve. Hi, Psycho Steve, if you're watching. Apparently, they're asking us about doing dates in New Jersey for Nerd Halen in the area. That'd be fun. I'm for it. Let's see if Summer will message me back while we're doing this thing, and I'll check that. She wants Chinese, you think? Okay. So guess who you can always tell how far the mighty have fallen when they end up on Flashpoint. Now, is it just me, or is it the lighting that makes Gene the Jesus Machine's hair look really white here when it normally looks pretty darn yellow? And speaking of yellow,
something big.
Oh boy. Graphics, music. Oh, this is the show. Oh my God.
Well, with me now, joining us via video, is our good friend Donald Trump Jr. Welcome, Don. Glad you're the program. I want to start off right from the top and ask you, tell me about this new app, Minute by Minute News. What's your goal for it?
Oh my God! So he's on here pitching. That's what he's on doing. MXM. That's the Minute by Minute News app that they're selling because Truth Social has taken a giant shit.
Honestly, Gene, it's about making sure that people see what's actually happening in the news. You know, when you have social media, you have big tech, you have all the search engines, you have, the inboxing, what they do with email, making sure that only certain emails even get to people. People can't see real news that's out there, whether it's the Hunter Biden story that was a very real story but was suppressed so aggressively by big tech, whether it's the Durham report about Hillary Clinton and
the Durham report about Hillary Clinton.
Spying on the president of the United States, all these things that you don't see.
Wait a minute. Durham report about Hillary Clinton spying on what? Wait. Back the fuck up. Hold on.
Let's start off right from the top and ask you, tell me about this new app, Minute by Minute News. What's your goal for it?
Listen, honestly, Gene, it's about making sure that people see what's actually happening in the news. When you have social media, you have big tech, you have all the search engines, you have, the inboxing, what they do with email, making sure that only certain emails even get to people. People can't see real news that's out there, whether it's the Hunter Biden story that was a very real story but was suppressed so aggressively by big tech, whether it's the Durham report about Hillary Clinton and spying on the president of the United States, all these things that
the Durham report is not about them spying on all right.
Don't see. We just said enough is enough. A bunch of conservative friends of mine wanted to make sure that you could see it. So we created MXM News, and it's basically an app. You download it on either, the Google Play Store, you can download it on iTunes, and it's just aggregating.
It's aggregating the news, the kind of news we wanted to see, and it's not going to totally push my dad's stories to the top to exonerate him or make him look good, and it's not going to feed advertising revenue back to us, and it's not, oh yes it is.
News. You just scroll through a list of all the relevant stories of the day, you click on it, goes right there, it doesn't cost you anything. It's really simple. If you don't like it, you can delete it in about 1 second, but we just wanted to make...
Well, yeah, after you've given it access to your photos and everything like that, just like while you're checking it out, see if you want it, it'll just download all your information. After it has that, they don't really need it anymore. Once you've given it permission on your phone, what more do they need? They just basically like, hey, give us access to your whole phone. Okay, accept our terms of service. Fine, let me see it. Terms of services, we get to download the contents of your phone. First, while you're rifling through there, you're like, I don't like it, get rid of it. Then they
to give people the ability to see what's happening. Again, you're not going to see this stuff otherwise. We got to fight back. We got to push back. You know, this has been a big part of sort of my ethos and the things that I want to do.
Yes, your ethos.
So we just figured we'd create it and make it easy for people to see what's actually happening.
We just figured just make something and we could just make up our own stories and
in the world.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for doing it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is an app.
Yeah, it's an app, and you gotta app this thing. You gotta app.
I've got it on my phone. I watch what they do, and Don's right. You've got to get the real news.
like he was shocked when he said that. Oh shit! I didn't even know it worked.
Not going to get it. You have to work for your own news. That's why you're here watching Flashpoint. So get that.
Yeah, that's why. Yes, because getting your news from Flashpoint is fucking work.
XM app. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about Hunter Biden. As his laptop scandal, it just won't go away, Don.
Yes, it will. Yeah. You know what went away? The laptop apparently doesn't exist. Where is it? Also, it's unchristian to bear false witness. Just saying that. Gene, the Jesus machine.
Now they're saying there's been no wrongdoing in his son's business. I mean, how can this keep going on and on?
Well, because there isn't. I mean, I know that, you know how they say the truth hurts, Gene? That's what they mean.
And on. I mean, it's ridiculous. What's your perspective on that?
Well, Gene, it went away. It went away for 18 months when it actually mattered. It disappeared. You're
right. Currently, it does not actually matter. It didn't then, but it certainly doesn't now.
People did not see it. If you're following this stuff aggressively, maybe you saw it, but you were told by, 200 of the world's leading intelligence agencies that it was Russian disinformation. But now it's real. And you got to wonder, are our decisions, as it pertains to Russia and Ukraine and the situation over there, being influenced by other information that is out there that we don't know about?
No. Because if they were, then all the other NATO countries and all of our Western allies would go, why are we doing this? But they're all in it with us. They all agree. If Biden was like pushing back against everybody while they're like, fuck, Russia's attacking. And Biden's like, nah, let him. Or if Russia was like, we got to get Russia. And everybody else was like, no, we don't. What are you talking about? You might have a point. But everybody's fucking on. Are there compromising files and pictures of every NATO leader on Hunter's laptop? Please let me know.
Are the powers that be, the deep state, the Democrats, now finally letting people run with the laptop story because they realize that...
Yes, we actually had a Freudian slip, the laptop story.
Biden is a total disaster. So it's okay to take him out now. Right. When it would have been disadvantaged for him to have this information out there against Donald Trump, it was misinformation. But now that you see he has an approval rating in what seems to be like single digits.
No, actually, his aggregate approval rating is higher than anything your dad ever had. And he's on his way up. He's actually getting a boost. Biden has never dropped below, except in the Quinnipiac, the one-off. In the general polls, he's never dropped below the point that his dad topped out at. 45, never hit 45.
Now we can let it be. This is what's going on, so I don't trust it. I don't know that it...
this is what's going on, so I don't trust it. Just fucking gibberish.
Covering something else that's there. I don't know if there's a bigger shoe that's going to drop, or now that Joe Biden did what he needed to do, they used him and weaponized this stuff against Donald Trump. They covered it up. Now they realize the disaster that he is and that the Democrat Party is.
Yeah. Oh, dear God. Look at unemployment. It's at 3.6%. We never wanted this to happen. Fuck. He passed the infrastructure bill. Jesus Christ. As Democrats, we're never going to get reelected. He just put a black woman on the Supreme Court. What the fuck? He's reshoring factories at an incredible clip. The Biden administration put stuff in the rescue package that seeded 9 chip factories and 3 battery factories in red states or purple states. What the we gotta get Biden out of there. He's fucking up the whole thing.
America. Now we're gonna release the information.
Now.
Like everything else that I've learned in the last 5 years, I don't trust any of it. But I know that it's real. I know that it's the corruption like we've never seen before. I'm wondering where all the media has been. All those people that screamed it's worse than Watergate about every time Donald Trump said Merry Christmas. It was worse.
Yeah. No one did that. I mean, I look. Don't get me wrong. I loves me some hyperbole. But this is some shark jumping bullshit.
Watergate, but now they're finally coming out and saying, "Oh, maybe something to this thing." They all knew it was real.
He's like the bastard son of Bob Dylan, Ellis from Die Hard, and a pile of blow.
Months ago, and they did nothing with it.
That's right. In fact, it seems that some of the shine, you think some of his own party is starting to bail out from their support of Joe Biden?
No.
How do you not? The only...
It's real easy. I'm a proud Biden voter, and it gets better every day. Fuck you.
Saving Joe Biden right now from his party is that Kamala Harris is probably actually worse than him. So she's like his life jacket because they're like, maybe we...
Are you? Is that a Pence reference?
Let him go because she's the alternative, and that's worse. The word salad, ridiculous responses that she gives to everyone. I mean, she truly believes.
Oh, let me tell you, the word salad.
Yosemite
is some of the if you're gonna have
nuclear stockpiles.
If you're gonna have
atmospheric filth.
No, if you're gonna have
Magoo.
word salad, I mean, you need somebody like Junior to help toss your salad.
Action replays in magnified fortune. First new branch of the U.S. Armed Forces in 75 years, Space Force. Not since the Air Force.
That's right. Not since the Ass Force.
The Burmese executives. So this Burmese, they say, pronounce it Burmese. When they gaze upon Yosemites, for Iowa values, would never, ever, not even possible, have happened if I was president. God bless the United States. Thank you very much.
Everyone she's talking to is an absolute idiot. But then you listen to her and you're like, maybe she's the one that's not that bright. And so...
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. That's what we're all thinking.
De-engineering.
Yeah, I mean, if only people could have the best words.
And I was, part of a family that was very well knit.
It's pretty scary what's going on, but I think we do have to be.
It is pretty scary what's going on, I have to admit. And this,
Michigan gave us Motown. Gave us Motown, gave us the Mustang.
Clear, Gene. This is not Joe Biden. This is not Kamala Harris. Everything that you see, whether it's the humanitarian crisis at the border, the disastrous withdrawal in Afghanistan, inflation, food.
Oh, hey, that's right. We're not in Afghanistan anymore. I'd almost forgot to think about that. That's really cool. Hold on, let me enjoy that for a second. Hey, remember that war we were in for 20 years and everybody ran on getting us out? And Biden did? Remember that? It's nice. Just thinking about how we're not in Afghanistan right now. Just enjoying that. We're not actually there.
Pricing, gas pricing, our energy sector going to hell, all of these decisions. This isn't those people. This is Democrat policy. This is what the Democrats promised you would happen. Right. They're actually delivering. It's a disaster for America. They will negotiate with Iran, the world's leading state sponsor of terror. They will negotiate.
Dude, your dad had fish delights with Kim Jong-un while he was creating nuclear weapons during the time.
Maduro in Venezuela for energy, for oil and gas. They will allow Russia, even now, after they invade a sovereign nation and perhaps commit all sorts of atrocities, they will allow them to moderate the Iran nuclear deal so we can...
They aren't. That's not happening.
Iran billions and Russia de facto billions. They're going to allow them to moderate that debate on a world stage. You know?
No, they aren't. Russia is not moderating a debate on the world stage about the Iran deal or even being party to the negotiations.
Who they won't negotiate with? Texas.
That's right.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, South Dakota, North Dakota, places in America that produce energy, they won't talk to them. They won't.
What are you talking about? There are 9,000 unused leases on federal and private land.
Call them, but they'll deal with regimes that commit terror and atrocities all over.
Oh, but enough about your dad.
World. They'll deal with regimes they don't even acknowledge, like Maduro, but they won't deal with America. So remember, don't let them use...
Well, they don't have to. We are America. We don't have to deal with America. What the fuck are you talking about?
Joe Biden as a scapegoat. Right. Don't even let them use Kamala Harris as a scapegoat. As incompetent as they are, this...
Oh, see, this is the problem he has because both of them are actually popular and the popularity is going up, so it's not really working. So you got to saddle them with the idea that Democrats, it's a terrible brand. We'll use that instead.
Is Democrat policy. This is their dream and their vision for America. And it's only going to get worse when you look at what's going to happen in the southern border in the next few weeks. So remember that. Remember that.
Why is the southern border going to get worse in the next few weeks? Because of the weather? Is that what he's thinking?
November. Remember that in 2024. Remember that. This is what Democrats want for America. They're normalizing the sexualization of our children. They're creating all sorts of sound bites. What I call the "Don't Groom Our Kids" bill. They say it's the "Don't Say Gay" bill. It's nothing. Democrats who read the legislation in Florida that the Democrats in D.C. and in our media are so vehemently against, even the Democrats are overwhelmingly for this legislation because they too, like rational human beings all over the world, do not believe it is important, necessary to teach a 3-year-old about all sorts of sexual.
Right. This is a troll bill. There is nothing to this fucking bill. It was meant to troll the left and get them to freak out on Twitter, essentially, so that DeSantis can go, I pwned the libs.
Acclivities. They don't believe that. Even the regular Democrats, as crazy as the party has gone, regular Democrats across America don't believe in this nonsense. Right. And if you're a thinking individual...
Right, that's why Biden got elected. The fuck?
You're watching what the Democrats in power and the Democrats at Disney and those leading Democrats in D.C. are saying. You can come to virtually no other conclusion other than they're literally trying to destroy the innocence of our young kids. Because if a kid is...
all right. This is supposed to be like the hammer they're going to present on Flashpoint. They're coming for your children. Why they anybody think of why they can't hold on. I think I know why they're pushing this story. I think they might have let's see. Let's see. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Give me a second. I'm gonna find something. Do you think there's a reason why they're doing trolling bills right now? Anybody? Anybody got any idea? Let's see. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. I think. Oh, I know where it is. I think I have it on here. There's always so much news, to deal with that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this is the guy. There you go. Go to there. Yeah. You think maybe, just maybe, this might be part of the reason. Former Trump campaign aide who fantasized about abusing and killing babies gets 12 years in prison. I don't think that's him, by the way. On Thursday, the Justice Department announced that Ruben Verestigue, a former campaign aide for former President Donald Trump, has been sentenced to over 12 years in prison for possessing child pornography after he was caught in an online group in which he openly fantasized about sexually abusing and killing children and infants. According to the government's evidence, from April 2020 through, who was president during that? Okay. Through February 2021, Verestigue was active in an online group devoted to trading child pornography and discussing child sexual abuse. He shared child pornography videos with another member of the group and made numerous comments about sexually abusing children. In particular, noted the report, he indicated his preference for babies, saying they are his absolute favorite, and solicited another group member for videos of babies being... The other group member promptly sent him a video of a baby in that situation, to which he responded enthusiastically. The other group member then sent him numerous other videos of child pornography. He was arrested in February of last year. Who was president in February of last year? And pleaded guilty in July. Ironically, before he started working on Republican political campaigns, he was president of the Northwest Vista College Students for Life, an anti-abortion group dedicated to protecting life in the womb. Well, because somebody like that's going to need fresh babies. This also comes as Republicans declare a legislative war on gay rights and mere mention of sexual orientation in schools. That's the thing where they're accusing people of grooming folks. This might be the reason. What do you think? There's pictures of him and Trump together since he worked there as a volunteer for a good amount of time. What do you think? What do you think the chances of that are? Hold on, let me see. Trump. Here he is. This is the guy. And that's him at the presidential Christmas party. That's the yeah. And here he is. Hold on. Here he is at a anti-abortion rally, a Students for Life protest. That's him. That's him. Oh, that is him. That is a picture of him, actually. That's the guy holding up a picture of Trump acquitted on Patriot Takes. Put that up there just another day. Republican staffer. There he is. That's probably at CPAC. There he is at the White House. Just, in case you think, he's a coffee boy, probably a Democrat, right? Yeah. Yeah, he's a GOP staffer. There you go. You think there might be something? Yeah, so that indeed is a picture of him holding up the Trump acquitted thing. That's from his own. That guy was is doing 12 years for child porn and was bragging about liking babies being sexually assaulted. So, yeah. You don't think that has something to do with the cover that DeSantis is helping lay?
Old enough to still believe in Santa Claus, they should not be being taught all of the nonsense that they want to force feed and jam down their throats unless there's an ulterior motive in play. And to me, right now, as a thinking individual, I can think of no other reasonable explanation to teach 3, 4, and 5-year-olds this nonsense.
Agreed. Well said. Well said, Don. All right, last question. Elon Musk is now Twitter's largest stockholder. I know there must be reverberations through Twitter, and now he's going to be.
Oh, yeah, Elon Musk, who is rich because of Obama's bailout.
Board member. You think this is good for free speech? People like
I
your
hope
dad?
so. I mean, the timing seems a little bit odd, and magically within 24 hours he's on the board. I don't know. I mean, I know that Twitter as a platform was sort of dying. I think he's
totally. Truth Social is kicking its ass.
Certainly been a champion of some free speech policies and stuff like that. The timing is a little weird the way it happened.
Jesus Christ, is he really fucking loud, or is it just me?
So quickly, and this, I can't imagine there not being something more to it than that didn't just happen over.
Wait, he just bought money and made money on Twitter, and he's a billionaire. That's what real billionaires do. There's not a big lead up. If your dad was a real billionaire, he could tell you that.
So, I hope it's not like, well, let's make it seem like Twitter's actually going to improve without actually improving.
Yeah. Oh my God. So this is the theory that Elon Musk bought a stake in Twitter to give it the illusion of more free speech just to fuck Truth Social. Just to ruin, because Truth Social is doing so well, and it was just about to catch fire, and here comes friggin' let's see. Let's see if let me see. Hold on. Devin. Whoops. Hold on 1 second. I'm finding something real quick. What's in your wallet? There we go. And then where's the that's not what I want. Hold on. I gotta find it on. Hold on. I gotta find it on YouTube, I think. Give me 1 second. I'm looking up something. News, Truth, Social. There we go. So I need something the newest this week.
We can't get distracted, whether it's by the latest culture war nonsense or some new right-wing lie on Fox or Facebook. By the way, they've been coming after me again lately, in case you might have noticed. It's funny, the more trouble Trump gets into, the wilder the charges and conspiracy theories about me seem to get.
Okay, well, look, as you know, of course, that was Hillary Clinton. There she was, brushing the Durham controversy off as a conspiracy theory. But look who's here with me now, Devin Nunes, who knows a lot about this stuff. Devin, welcome to the...
He knows all about this stuff. He's a pro. He's the kind of guy you want on your side. He's the CEO with the hostess with the mostest.
Are you expecting more indictments down the road?
Yeah, Stuart, it's great to be back on with you. It's been a while. I always feel like when I come on your show, like we talked about last time, is that I feel like I'm in London. I feel like I'm on the old BBC. I just feel like
that. I'm an American citizen, Devin. Come on, I'm a Yank.
yeah, but you got that great.
These guys get along so well. I wish I had friends like this. It's just so natural.
Great accent from London. It's awesome.
Which I cannot lose. Look, okay, tell me about indictments. Go.
So we made 14 criminal referrals. So going back, it was the House Republicans Intelligence Committee. We uncovered
14 criminal referrals.
Whole mess, along with some other great patriots that worked on this. We made 14 criminal referrals.
Okay, criminal. Criminal, doesn't matter.
Now some of those are becoming indictments. Now, when I say 14 criminal referrals, it wasn't just 14 criminal referrals on 14 individuals. It probably involved dozens of individuals. But I will just say this, Stuart, that we did not know about the level of spying, and we thought it was pretty bad. So if you take, we uncovered that they were running spies into the campaign. We uncovered that they were using the FISA warrant to go after and target the campaign.
No, they didn't. No, you didn't.
There were multiple ways that they were spying on the campaign, but we did not know this new revelation that I think is criminal in and of itself, because
the revelations are criminal? Yeah.
We ran this whole investigation. It's no secret. We issued so many subpoenas. How is it possible that we didn't know about a government contractor of some kind that was scraping data from whether it was Trump's apartment, Trump Tower, some healthcare company, and then, most alarmingly,
some healthcare company. You mean Betsy DeVos's healthcare company? You mean whoever was supplying the fucking burner phones for the Russian operatives that were actually on White House grounds during the transition?
The White House itself. That in itself, Congress was misled at a minimum by multiple officials that had this information and hid it from us. Can you imagine?
Yeah, they had so much information. And it was very informed information. It was physically there, and they saw it. And if they'd have just seen more of it, they would have seen that it was something worth seeing.
If we would have had this 4 years ago,
well, how high
this investigation?
If we'd have had this 4 years ago, and it hadn't taken us this long to make it up.
How high up can you go with these indictments? Do you think? Real fast.
It all depends, Stuart, on what is illegal in statute and what is not, and can Durham.
Yeah, you think?
Bring enough evidence to indict. And I know that sounds like a legal answer, but that really is the answer. I mean, there's.
Yeah, which means, Stuart, I'll translate it to the Queen's English for you if I can. I'll be glad to. He's got fuck all. Yeah, he's got fuck all. He's got a giant bucket of fuck all. And if you'd like, you can go find yourself a ladle and he'll give you a little sip of fuck all. But mostly, you're just going to have to take the whole bucket of fuck all or fuck off.
People who should be indicted, depends how much evidence he can be, because a lot of these crimes don't have long penalties with them.
Devin, you're getting ready.
Yeah, a lot of these crimes aren't actually crimes, which is the thing we're dealing with right now. And that's very difficult. So what we're trying to do is retroactively write laws that make legal things illegal, and then we can use them to attack people who weren't doing anything illegal for things that we say should be illegal, except when we're doing them.
Launch former President Trump's Truth Social. That's the app. Yeah. I think you're trying to launch by the...
That's the face. Yeah, that's not what you want to look like when someone brings up your new job. Like if I'm on a series and I'm, or I'm doing a new show, or I got a new gig coming up, and somebody goes, "How's this new series going?" I don't downshift. You don't go, ah, fuck, he's going to ask me about, you had to ask me about that, didn't you? Yeah, yeah.
March. Are you a little afraid here of being dumped by both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store?
For lack of interest?
I think you need big tech's help to get going here, don't you?
Yeah, that's what it is. He's being... there is a version of shadow banned. It's shitto banned. They're banning any apps that are just shit.
So thank you for asking. Look, this is an
Yeah, thank you, Stu, for asking.
exciting role and adventure that we're on. So we are.
Yeah, it's so exciting. The whole thing is so exciting. It's an exciting role and adventure.
Big tech's help to get going here, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for asking. Look, this is an exciting role and adventure that we're on. So we are bringing people on the platform as we speak. We're working as quickly as possible to bring as many people on. And the goal here is that by the end of March to basically be fully operational. So look, as it relates.
End of March. This video has 5 views on it, and it was posted on April 8th.
To big tech, for the most part, we are operating on our own servers, right? So we're working.
Son of a bitch. Who would have thought that you would have to actually develop server sites for your actual website? What do you mean this is going to be work?
With companies that are not woke. So I'm not worried about having some of the problems that others have had. So for example.
Yeah. No, I'm not worried about having other people's problems. I'm worried about having the brand new shitty problems that other people don't have.
Rumble, which is a YouTube alternative, they managed to stay up. They're growing in popularity. Nearly every conservative and independent, even liberals now, are moving from YouTube over to Rumble. So
he means Jimmy Dore.
Really relying on some of their architecture. They're also trying to become an Amazon Web Service type of company. Let me.
An Amazon Web Service? I'm sorry. This is the techno mumbo jumbo is coming in hot and heavy, and I know a lot of stuff about computers and the digital realm, but this is beyond my pay grade.
Now are moving from YouTube over to Rumble. So we're really relying on some of their architecture. They're also trying to become an Amazon Web Service type of company. Let me answer the app.
Yes, an Amazon Web Service type of company. They're going to serve this up some potatoes.
Specifically, because
that was a weird transition. What?
This type of company. Let me answer the Apple issue specifically, because 70% of cell phones in America are Apple, roughly. Look, we have a good relationship with Apple. I've worked with them for a long time. President Trump has worked with them for a long time, and
yes, he knows Tim Apple by name.
We want what they want, which is we want what they want, which is us to leave. Clean platform. So we talk about being a family-friendly platform. We're not going to have anything illegal. We're not going to have pornography. So we think our
What? Wait a minute. Wait a second. Jip. No wonder you're having trouble getting off the ground. I mean, honestly. How do you get off the... Oh, sorry. How did that get in there? I don't even know. How in the world did he get off the... Oh, signs the Postal Service Reform Act. I'm sorry. Let me move that out of the way. Sorry, you were saying Alphabet stock going up, Microsoft going down. All right.
Line up with what Apple wants to do.
Okay.
And we'll see as we move forward here. But you can pre-order the app right now on the App Store. And like I said, people are getting on the platform slowly.
Okay. Truth Social.
Yes, they totally are getting on slowly.
Appears at the end of March. We hope and we believe. Devin Nunes.
And we hope and we believe. First of all, it was already up at this point. I mean, how is that not... When that picture greets you as the CEO of the new tech company that you've just signed on to work at, you walk in, right in the lobby, our intrepid leader has got his mug fucking plastered up on the wall. Follow the example of our CEO and super tech guy, Devin Nunes. There he is. Work hard, apply yourself, and one day you might look like this. That's baseline Harpo Marx. Jesus.
Oh, it's great to have you on. Next time I'll try with an American accent, okay? And I'll keep you happy like that.
Yeah, they could bring it back around. Oh, fuck you. Shit. Okay, so where were we? Oh, yes, we were. Junior was saying some shit about some shit.
And again, with big tech, you got to remember there's tens of thousands of people at these companies.
Yeah, huge, big, not, the kind of companies you want to run in are, hi, Don. How are you? Your dad won't talk to me. I'm doing everything I can. We're using our own servers, Don. Hi. I'm running Truth Social. Let me... Hello. Can we hang out sometime? I run your dad's company. Hi. Sorry. Hello. Hello. Sorry. I love you. Tell your dad to call me. I need help. I want to be on Flashpoint. Please. I'll bring on Stuart Burney. He speaks in English. Hi. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm American. See, I told you. Okay, all right. Sorry.
Vehement leftists. Like if Mark Zuckerberg wanted to change Facebook, if he got red pilled today and all of a sudden adapted, say, your or my
what? By the way, Gene doesn't know what red pilled means.
Politics.
Yeah.
I don't know that it could actually change all that much, right? Because there's so many people down the way that could sabotage it along the way. So I hope it's a good move for free speech. It seems, the timing a little too quick, a little too coincidental.
The twiming. There is, this kind of. I'm always suspect about this kind of twiming.
And again, with big tech, you got to remember there's tens of thousands of people at these companies, all vehement leftists. Like if Mark Zuckerberg wanted to change Facebook, if he got red pilled today and all of a sudden adapted, say, your or my politics, I don't know that it could actually change all that much, right? Because there's so many people down the way that could sabotage it along the way. So I hope it's a good move for free speech. It seems, the timing a little too quick, a little too coincidental. Let's see what actually happens. And if real change gets put into place, because we certainly need it. And, maybe other people could do the same things at Facebook and at Instagram and, all the other platforms.
Truth Social.
In the meantime, go check out Truth Social, because I think, that's perhaps the platform where I know it'll exist because I know the people involved.
Yeah, amen to that. All right, Don, I know you're out of time. Thank you so much for staying.
Yeah, you're out of time, and we're glad you could be here with us while you're waiting for your dealer to show up.
Staying with Flashpoint, we appreciate all the work you do, and of course your family. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, your family, more so than you are with your own family. Actually, your kids and your wife that you left to be with Kimberly, and of course your dad who doesn't love you. I'm sorry to remind you, right as you're going out the door.
Thanks, Pastor Gene. Have a good one.
Hey, all right. Pastor Hank, when you hear Donald Trump Jr., of course it's hard.
Oh, dear God. It's Gene the Jesus Machine going straight to Hank Kunneman.
Not to hear him, you hear his father come out. But, he's got some great insight onto where we are as a nation and how we...
He totally does. He's so, what's the word? Insightful. That's what I think of when I see him. Not coked out of his fucking gourd. Not blathering talking points. not screaming into a hurricane to try and change the direction of the wind. No.
We've got to go from here.
Yeah, well, not only did I enjoy his insight, but I also love what he carries, which is really what makes the Flashpoint Army what it is today, and is what...
It's a... I gotta say that as bad as the day might be, at least I'm not Devin Nunes. Quit it! I want you to know that our site doesn't blow the way Truth Social does. Quit it! Stop that! I want you to know... Sorry.
Believe is going to be part of bringing our nation back to common sense, good sense, and...
Oh, I'm so glad he said common. That was a hard C. I thought he was going straight to cocknob.
Godly sense of what the scripture says and what God is doing in this time.
Is there an ungodly sense of what the scripture says? Well, of course, there's Hank Kunneman.
So, I like hearing him because there's something that he carries that is a no-nonsense.
Yes, it's a little vial that you if you unscrew it, it has in the top of it has a little spoon. And
tell it like it is. We're going to...
Yeah, he's going to tell it like it was, we think.
Stand for truth. We're going to stand for our nation right now. And that's really where we need to be. There's a principle, Pastor Gene, that is so powerful in Scripture, and it's in reference to the covenants. But I want people that are watching.
Yeah. Don't let the fact that mucus is gathering in my throat stop you from listening in disgust. No, this is something you'll find in the covenant. It's not actually one of the covenants, but it's something along the lines of, there's a Bible verse that vaguely, and I'm paraphrasing because God lets me.
To understand that the scripture says that God takes away the old so that he may establish the new. And this is...
I see. So Don is on the show because Trump won't come on anymore, and Trump's old and stupid, and so Don's just going to pick up the mantle. So this is Don Jr. 2024. Is that what you're launching today, Hank Kunneman?
Very important, because as we see a lot of things that are rising up to...
Oh yes. We definitely see a lot of things that are rising up. I'm just saying. All right.
The forefront right now. Some are getting confused. Some are getting afraid. Some are saying, okay.
Yes. I mean, that's pretty much 50% of the viewers are getting confused. The other 50% are getting afraid. And another 50% are both.
Hey, is this the new norm? And it's important to understand that God's allowing...
I don't think they should reboot Cheers at all. I'm not interested in a new norm.
This stuff to come up so we can deal with it, to take it away, to make room for something new. And
right. Yeah. We don't want these old fuckers running around like that's... No.
That newness is what I said earlier. It's transfiguration. It's God coming upon a nation. Now, here's...
All right. You simmer down right now. God coming.
That I want to propose to those of you that are watching.
I'm not ready for a proposal, Gene. We haven't been on a formal date yet, and you still haven't shown me sent me a full body shot.
Ask questions in the temple in Luke chapter 2, and he's asking questions again today, and I believe that those questions...
Yeah, he's basically Russell Brand, Jesus at this point. Yeah,
that he asked in Scripture that we find are relevant to today. Here's one question, and this is what I want to ask you as you hear Don Jr., as you hear the beginning of this particular broadcast where we talk about things that are going on in the nation. In Mark...
So there's something that you're trying to tell me that I need to... Sorry. All right, I'm not... Okay.
Chapter 5, he comes to a man who was at the pool of Bethesda for 38 years.
Yeah, he lived in Bethesda, Maryland for 38 years. Yeah, absolutely. He was It's a good town, I suppose.
Now, people often say, well, Pastor Hank, how much longer do we have to wait until things are going to change? How much longer? You know, that's what they say.
38 years. Trump will be president again in 38 years. God has said it. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor Hank. By the way, Pastor Potatoes.
Fortunately, if you're not careful, you get over in the spirit of unbelief and the spirit of fear. So
yeah, and then you fuck up the whole plan. Because if everybody stops believing it, it's gonna, you know, all right.
Say this. Jesus asked that man a question who had been in that condition for 38 years. He had been putting up with whatever it was that was afflicting him. And
yeah, whatever it was. I mean, I don't remember. Something in the Bible. Luke 2, some shit, whatever. What do you expect me to memorize this shit? What do you think I am, a pastor? Anyways, it was something. He had it was like on his nut, like he had an itch. It was just there. It was this constant, there was nothing he could really do about it. Hold on one second. There we go. They always have to do this, don't they? There they do that. There we go. Okay.
Jesus asked a question that he's asking us today. He said, do you believe, one translation says, do you believe that I can make you well? Or do you want to be made well? Some people think that it's never...
I'm sorry. I don't know if maybe I wouldn't say... For 38 years, I've been deaf.
Going to get any better. You hear about...
Why? And the man would not listen, and therefore the Lord passed him by.
There's laptop. You hear about, Hillary Clinton.
I'm sorry, what laptop? I'm not familiar with your bullshit, personally. Hold on one second. Why is this? There we go. Thank you. And then we go in here. We go there. Hi, man. I got a lot of Jesus questions for you right now. And I don't want to be rude right now. And I don't want to interrupt them two caterpillars on your forehead. I know they have to be back on Ben Shapiro's face by 9:30. But I got a couple questions.
And the minimal slap on the wrist fines that she's having to pay. And you think, when are they going to be brought to justice? Listen.
When are they going to be brought? That was exactly my question. When are they going to be brought to justice? They got to bring them to justice, man. Justice Peabody Jenkins.
Do you believe that things are going to be made well? I believe they are. Here's why. In Mark 5, there was a stirring of the waters.
Mark came by yesterday, round 5. Man, I was like, motherfucker, I ain't even done with my shift yet. And he was like, bro, let's go out in the parking lot and spark up a one. I was like, I ain't got it. And he was like, and I was like, Mark, come on, man.
Because the wind was blowing, but because God...
but you ain't got to tell me, man. If anybody knows the wind was blowing, it's me. Because, oh, good Lord. I often, that's, and I'm not taking the Lord's name in vain when oh, good. Because that, you can't take life for granted. I'm fine.
An angel, a supernatural touch of God began to...
That sounds naughty.
The waters and bring a supernatural release of something that lasted.
I don't want to brag, but I have had a supernatural release of something angelic. Well, it was white anyways.
38 years. It isn't going to last this long, but I'm telling you, God's intervening with his supernatural hand and his angel.
We call it the stranger. So you sit on one hand until it goes numb. Then it feels like a stranger. A dead stranger, but still.
Like host, and things are shifting. So get ready.
They are.
Takes away.
There's believe me, and if anybody knows a big pile of shift when he sees it, it's Pastor Hank. Let me tell you.
So that new thing.
Who the fuck is this dude? You guys promised me there wouldn't be any preppers but me on the show. Can't just cut some asshole in a fucking basement.
Are going to come that we can celebrate in this time.
Yeah,
Oh, believe me, I'm going to celebrate when we come in this time. Fucking get used to it.
agree with that. It's a good word, Pastor Hank. Thank you.
It is. Come is a good word. I will agree. I wouldn't use it on a Jesus show. That'd just be my taste, But I ain't telling you what to do. You guys are the ones making the money. See, I go to one of them churches. It's a little building. We got a little graveyard next door, a little steeple. We have little cookouts in the back. Sometimes we even play softball. Everybody goes in there, and we all sing our hymns and stuff. I'll often sing the bass on stuff. My ex aunt, cousin, sister, wife, she used to sing the high part. She'd go, I will cling to the old rugged, and I'd go, old rugged cross. You know what I mean? And we do the parts, and they're in there. You can read them, and it's a little church. It ain't, we got to pass the 10 around to pay the pastor's salary, and we give him a house to live in. It's right next door. And down there at the general store, if he comes in and he needs anything, people in the area just buy it for him. If he needs flour, something like that, you just do it. And that way, you don't have to pay him a salary. You just, he just lives off of the goodness of the people there. It's a very nice little thing, whatever. But, he ain't a big professional preacher like these fellas. These guys are special. You know what I mean? Like that's, our guy, all he does is preach and mean it. These guys have managed to, like, this. They got airplanes.